Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So as expected yesterday, I didn't really want to be jumping in short down at those levels, and you can see we have come back up into an area that is of interest for me at the moment. So let's just get down to the lower time frames, and this is a lot clearer than what I'm seeing on the S&P and the DAX. So first things first is this area here, which is 29667. And we've had a couple of attempts to get through here. You can see 2 attempts this week already, and this is now the 3rd attempt. So is this third time lucky, or is it third time unlucky? A drop below this green pin bar here is what's going to determine third time unlucky. So I'm just going to put a level there so we can see that on the 15-minute chart. And this is the area that I would expect us to be rejecting, and I just want to fine-tune it. That's kind of the area that I would expect us to reject. Then the second thing is, let's get that right. Okay, there is our trend line. See, there's the first swing high, second swing high. That's our trend line. This trend line here is broken. I draw a line from there to there. That is broken. So the parabolic curve that we had here from last week has been broken. This is not structure that I'm confident on, to put it that way. So it has been a downward trend, but also you can see it's sort of a triangle that's facing the wrong way. So not something that I'm really a fan of, sort of chasing breakouts of this kind of structure. Trend is still down on the 3 hours, so we are still looking to see what happens here at 29985. You know, if we reject that area, I would expect us to move down and hopefully form a higher low, and that would set up a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders for us. So that's kind of the structure I'm looking for. If we look at what's going on in this area here, you can see on the hour we've had multiple attempts to break through here, and then yesterday going into the close, we got a close above this area. So at the moment, look at the oscillators, they have grouped, but they are separating at the moment. So the moving averages are pointing up, haven't crossed over yet, so there's nothing concrete here on the hour, but it is risky to be jumping in short and assuming that this market's going to fall at the moment, just looking at the hour, even though we are in a downward trend. So that brings me to the lower time frame of the 15-minute, because that is the one we need to pay attention to. So first things first, we broke through the 155 here. You can see how we battled there and then eventually got going. I haven't had time to come back and test it, but we are above the moving averages. So for as long as we are above the moving averages at the moment on the 15-minute, we are heading higher. So for me, this is the structure. Let's get there. So that's 29667 and 29582. I'm looking to see what happens here. We find support here, price action being inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars on the structure. I'm looking for a move up. My stop is around 150 points, and my target is around 286 points. So I'm expecting us to get to 29985. What happens there is a different story. So I would not want to be holding any position when we get there. If we get through this area and we start finding support, then I suspect us to get to this trend line, come back, build a base, and then all bets are off. I think we'll probably be moving up. Lastly, if you just look at the weekly, we are forming a weekly pin bar with a nice grouping lower of our oscillators at the moment and off a very strong area of support. And also, you see that the price is lower there, but we have diversions forming here. So everything is indicating that this is an area you need to pay attention to, and it could very well be sort of the last of the bear market for a little while. So keep your eyes open. I think that's kind of just what I'm saying. There's no confirmation of it yet, but there's lots of warning signals that I can see that are indicating we need to be very careful about chasing shorts at the moment. And what you're going to see, we're going to start breaking through structure on the hour, find support, get to the next one, battle through, find support, get to the next one, and so it's going to continue growing. And then by the time we actually wake up and wipe the sleep out of our eyes, it's already recovered a huge amount without you actually getting into the market. So you need to pay very close attention to what's going on at the moment this week. And if you're clever, and if it does work out like I'm expecting it to work out, you could end up with some fairly decent trades and sort of get in at the bottom and keep adding positions until you get to the top and cancel everything out or cash everything out. Anyway, that's kind of my strategy for today. I'm wide awake watching this area here, looking to ease into the markets on longs at the moment, even though we are in a downward trend. It's just based on what we're seeing on the smaller time frames, and also watching the major levels, specifically the weekly levels, to see if we get through them. If we get through them, then that's going to be your cue card for what's about to happen. Okay, anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.